This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hey, I think we're all here. Look, the Walking Wounded have arrived for a Friday edition. That way we go right into the weekend. Okay, we get a couple of days off. As Nat Hill, our friend in Indiana, longtime listener and viewer of Coffee, Country, and Cody, as we welcome the television audience at CircleCountry.com, said, hey, in my return after 7 weeks, I like the new guy. Hope Eric keeps him.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nat. I appreciate that.
We'll give you a 30-year trial. See how that goes, okay?
I got back, and then Annie Nye, our studio director, went out sick for a couple of days. So she's back.
Well, she was sorely missed.
And Jeff Roberts was partying in Miami at a bachelor gathering for a long weekend. So
he's still recovering.
Yeah, the five of us have not been together since January 31st.
You know that.
Are you serious?
Yep, that's the last time.
Wow.
And you came back
New
from
Year's resolution.
When you got back from your vacation, you didn't feel well. You said.
Oh no, that's coming back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like an allergy thing.
6 glorious days in Orlando, and I could breathe. And I came back, and 45 minutes later, I'm taking Flonase and Zyrtec.
I did the trick with the stuff in the nose, and I did not
the
get
hand
sick.
sanitizer.
Not hand sanitizer, but it's like almost like Neosporin.
Like air, AYR?
No, a friend of mine told me to get it's like Neosporin, but it starts with a P, and you put a little swab on.
Is it polysporin?
Yes, polysporin, and you put it in your nose, and you won't get sick. And I didn't.
But you don't inhale it like Flonase.
Well, I mean, you do you, Charlie, but no.
Hey, how big a boy are you?
No.
You in or not?
Hey, to quote Warren Ziders, I'm loving me some me.
I love me some me. I do love me some me.
So, Kelly Sutton, light us up on what you're working on this morning.
We got a lot to talk about coming up. Entertainment headlines. New music from Old Dominion is on the way. Also, a special commencement speaker for the University of Maryland. It is the cutest little video, so I got to show you that. Scotty McCreery falling down, in case you haven't seen it already, and Carrie Underwood doing damage to a truck.
And Dirk Bentley drunk on a plane from the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. We got that coming up here in just a little bit. Maddox Batson is coming to see us. Boy, what a small world story for this 15-year-old in my family. And your daughter is 15.
Yeah.
And you said you got lots of requests for connections to his Opry debut.
From her friends.
From her friends.
From her friend group. Yeah. They were very interested.
It's good to be a teen idol.
Yeah.
You remember, Charlie. You remember.
Oh, the Cumberland days, yes.
Yes, Cumberland, Rhode Island. Hey, I was just looking at this little footnote. It was 1994, so that would be 31 years ago. The number one record in the land was a thing called Don't Take the Girl from this guy, Tim McGraw, who was on a roll. And guess what? Tim McGraw with Parker McCullum featured prominently this morning. It's my pick of the week.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
And Puckett's has seen to it, Kelly Sutton, that breakfast is served.
Oh, I like that.
From the Columbia location. Good morning, Jimmy Nelson.
Good morning.
What'd you fix us?
Well, we got, for breakfast, we have, my favorite is the Clucker. It's a new sandwich we got. It's really good with chicken and eggs and cheese.
Did you name it?
I did not. Chef Grimes named it. I do like the name.
The Clucker. That's awesome.
And where do we find you in Columbia as Mule Days rolls in, the first full weekend of April, which is next weekend, actually?
Next weekend, we do have Mule Day coming up, and Puckett's is located at 15 Public Square, right down on the square in downtown Columbia. Beautiful little downtown. We really love it there. We have Mule Day coming up next weekend. It's the 3rd through the 6th. We'll have our trolley out there and be serving food out on site. And then, of course...
And what's your trolley call?
Charlie Parton.
Yeah, Trolley Parton.
I love that so much.
They give them all names like that, Trolley Parton. And we'll have her out there and be serving some good food. And then, of course, we'll be downtown serving in the restaurant there. Come out and see us.
So what's the history on this neon that I understand is a part of what you're doing there in Columbia now?
Yeah, out there in Columbia, we had the Columbia Neon. Local company's been there for a long time, since the 30s. And they created our neon sign with the fork and everything design. And it kind of started a revamp of neon in the Columbia area. And now a lot of our Pucketts have that same neon sign, and it just revamped the whole neon movement there in Columbia. Mike Wolf has, in fact, put up some neon signs on some of his properties down there and stuff. So it's a cool little local company that's made waves down there.
And with us celebrating 100 years of WSM and the Grand Ole Opry this year, they have a rich history that goes back to the 30s, as I understand it.
Yeah, so a lot of history down in Columbia. It's the Mule Festival comes from,
How did the mule become synonymous with Columbia? Do you know that backstory?
Yeah, I know a little bit of it. Back in the old days, Columbia was the place where more mules were sold at auction than anywhere else in the South. And Columbia kind of took on the name Mule Town from all that. And it's kind of grown from there. And then as we've moved on, the town of Columbia has done a good job with keeping that rich history there and creating the Mule Festival Week and the Mule Parade. And it's just a great time, great family-friendly atmosphere.
So Columbia population on a normal day is a little under 50,000, about 45, 46,000. 200,000 people come annually to Mule Days. What is that downtown square like for that weekend?
It is totally fun, but totally insane.
Yeah.
There is people everywhere, a lot of music,
So if
a lot
President
of
Polk
fun.
were still alive, why are all these people in my yard?
That's right. Go home. Go home.
Yes.
Go home.
His
Absolutely.
home, our former President Polk, who's buried on Capitol here in Nashville.
Right.
His home is right there in the big middle of things, just off the square.
Yep. They have turned it into a little Polk museum, in fact. Yep.
You brought some great spices and sauces. Tell us about some of the stuff you brought that you can get at Puckett's. And at Puckett's restaurants on the website, too. You can order online.
That's correct. Right now, we're doing our Merch Madness sale. We do
Say
every
that again,
year.
please.
We're doing our Merch Madness sale.
Anybody else?
Madness.
Anybody else pick up on
Very
that?
clever there.
I feel
Yes.
like we should have an echo on that. Merch Madness.
Right? Yeah, we do that every year. Kind of coincides with March Madness, of course, and it's all of our spices and sauces are buy one get one free during that. And you can get our original barbecue, our spicy barbecue, and of course, all of our pork rubs that we use in-house, same seasonings, rib rubs, burger shakes, all-purpose seasonings. Great sale. Come out and get some. You can also order it online, so it is available, to the masses out there.
So, Jimmy, you get to sample everything that's on the menu. What's your favorite? What's your go-to if we're going to lunch today? What are you
Good
going to
question.
order?
My personal favorite is shrimp and grits. I love shrimp and grits. The smoked meatloaf is very good. Our new mojo pasta is excellent. Those are like my top three.
Well, when you guys came last month, you brought gumbo. And I had gumbo for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 straight days. And I got to tell you, breakfast gumbo is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I became a fan of the breakfast gumbo.
Why would you not?
And your shrimp and grits is right there at the top of the list on Tennessee favorites on the menu. When people go to the website, they can find out more and see the entire menu, starting with breakfast all the way through. But there's shrimp and grits, butterfly trout, fried catfish. What is Piggy Mac?
Oh yeah, our Piggy Mac is we take the pulled barbecue pork and put that in a little small iron skillet and top it with some of our spicy barbecue sauce, and then we top it with mac and cheese, and it's just like a meal in one, and it's super good.
There's fried chicken, not chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken, mojo pasta, smoked brisket crusted hamburger steak, and southern fried chicken is Tennessee favorites at Puckett's. With locations, I got to run them all down here. I wrote them down. Nashville, Franklin, Chattanooga, Murfreesboro, Columbia. Jimmy Nelson representing them this morning. Pigeon Forge, Hendersonville, Cullman, Alabama. So the Puckett's family is growing, Jimmy.
Yes, sir. We do have one in the airport as well. So
Nice.
get off your plane hungry. You can get you some good old barbecue and
Hungry.
get started into Nashville.
Or
Right?
you can always stop by and grab some of this to take to somebody. If you're flying and you want to take them a little piece of Tennessee,
You
that's
sure
so
can. Yes,
perfect.
ma'am.
Did you grow up in Columbia?
I did not. I'm originally from North Carolina, right outside of Greensboro.
Okay. And you've been with Puckett's how long?
I have been in Columbia for 5 years, and I've been with Puckett's for 3 years.
Nice.
Really enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere, a lot of fun, live music every night. It's, come out and see us. It's a lot of fun.
Speaking of music, one of your Greensboro alumni, Tony Brown, is heading into the Country
baby.
Music
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you for coming to see us this morning, bringing breakfast and all that. We haven't gotten to the green room yet, but we will shortly to find out what you've prepared.
Well, I appreciate you guys having us out, and look forward to seeing y'all out in Columbia at Mule Week.
And,
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you for
update us
coming.
on your hours as we get in next weekend. Again, that's that first weekend of April that the Mule Day celebration is going on.
Yes, sir. Well, now at Puckett's in Columbia, we're open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. during the week and 7 to 10 on the weekends on Friday and Saturday. And out at the Mule Festival, we'll have our trolley will be open from 10 to 7 during the festival out there. So come out and see us.
You heard it here. Coffee, Country, and Cody, made possible in part by our friends at Puckett's all over Middle Tennessee and into North Alabama. You got to hear it here on WSM Radio, Circle Country Television. And Kelly Sutton,
Yes.
you've had so much going on. I don't even know where you're going to start, but
What day is it?
it's not starting, it's stopping.
Where are we?
It is your issue
time is it?
as it regards to top stories and entertainment.
I don't know where I am, what I'm doing. I had somebody say to me last night, "When do you sleep?" And I was like, "Sleep? What? No, give me an espresso. I'm fine." It's just been a very, very busy week in the best way. We've had so many announcements, so many things have been coming out. But there was one video, and these are my favorites. When something happens, I'm like, hey, I got to make sure that you guys see it. Scotty's going to be very thankful that I brought it up again.
We're laughing with you, not at you. Or
A little bit of
are we-
both.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of both.
At least you're honest.
All right. Scotty McCreery, now he has joined the elite list of those who have taken a tumble on stage. Let's see. We've seen Luke Bryan, Carly Pierce. Remember Carly when she fell?
yeah, that's
that was
right.
a good one. And
She
then-
was pretty graceful about it.
She was
too.
graceful.
Yeah.
Who else?
Don't forget Ernest falling off the stage.
Ernest doing the full tumble off the stage, but then jumping up.
Right. Hall of Famer Mel Tillis fell off the Ryman stage and
Okay,
landed
but that
in
was
somebody.
serious.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he really got hurt, right?
That
Didn't
was
he?
our-
I think he just lost his hearing aids.
It was
Oh, well.
Yeah.
that's what we could hear on an open mic.
Right.
Was
Okay.
I've lost my hearing aid.
Oh no. Okay.
But yeah, he that was our birthday party show
Mm-hmm.
at the Ryman Auditorium with Vince Gill. Ralph Emery went in that year, and Mel Tillis.
Well, this one I don't think was all that serious. Let's take a look. Scotty McCreery. Here we go. Backs up and boom, but rolls over and is back up at it. See what I mean with the recovery?
Right on my wrist, like.
He landed on his wrist.
Highlight of tonight.
Scotty falling. Oh, him falling, yeah, for sure.
They went to the band
The last
members.
person that had to go to the hospital and falling down, so when I saw Scotty do it, I was a little concerned. Glad he didn't hurt himself. But it was a little enjoyable.
Oh, it was a little enjoyable. All the band members. Highlight of the night, Scotty falling. Highlight of the night, Scotty falling. Scotty's fine. He's doing okay. He's still out on tour. The recovery, though, is beautiful. Okay, we're getting to the point where we are coming up on commencement. So many different schools are handing out those invitations. You're going to get them in the mail from all your friends and nieces and nephews and cousins and come watch
Because
me.
if you send me one, do I have to buy you something?
Yes, you do. That is really...
Is it a prerequisite?
That is the
I
polite
can't just
thing
say,
to
hey,
do.
congratulations. Job well
Send him
done.
some money. Just send him
Okay,
some money.
all right.
All right, because you know what? Everybody's favorite color is green. See what I did there? University of Maryland, their favorite color is green because their commencement speaker was announced with this video. Take a little look.
I guess it's me.
It's Kermit the Frog.
Amphibitarian, I believe is the word.
Amphibitarian, friend to all creatures. It had like all these little,
Well,
things to announce who he was.
Maddox Batson was just here, and Maddox, girl in green.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
There you go.
you're onto something, Kelly.
I love the fact that they're going to have Kermit do this, and I can't wait to see how they pull it off. So Kermit the Frog will be the University of Maryland's commencement announcer.
Be a nice prelude to the Muppets taking over Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay, one more video I need to share. Carrie Underwood, I mean, we know, can tell. Look
Yeah.
at that. Good form.
So
Good
you tell me
form.
she's got a mean streak?
Listen, you've heard two black Cadillacs. What do you think?
More Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
And just like you, with the sun coming up on this Friday morning, and for us, what a special place for us to watch a sunrise from the Simply Superior Acuff House living room on the Grand Ole Opry Plaza, and particularly special in year 100 of WSM and the Grand Ole Opry. But just like you, we're looking forward to getting into the weekend, too.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be able to do that here in about 43 minutes on Coffee, Country, and Cody. Been along the way. Kelly Sutton with the things that are happening in country music and entertainment in general as we head into this weekend. It's been quite a week for you.
It has been a very, very busy week. There's been a lot of stuff happening and a lot of announcements made. CMA lineup is out. So if you're looking forward to coming to Nashville, you can get those 4-day passes. They're on sale. I'm just saying, if you go to the stadium on Friday, June the 6th, you might notice somebody that you know on the stage hosting.
That's what you're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Stormy Ward?
Yep.
Oh,
Kix Brooks, maybe?
man.
Wow.
Charlie Chase.
Charlie Chase. I saw him last week.
No, you and
He's
Amber
great.
will be hosting
Yeah,
again.
Amber and I will be there.
So what was it like to stand up there and just look out at 65,000 people? Bill, you had the same experience with Garth Brooks at Nissan Stadium.
Yeah, and years ago I did one of the labeled shows. I want to say it was Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Jim Ed Norman invited me to host what Kelly's doing.
Yeah.
And
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, you just find a few faces down front that you can connect with, and then just kind of look up and around. I don't know how you do it.
I
but
love
that's
it.
kind of,
I love every second of it. I'm looking in the back and I'm pointing to people and I'm like, this is my only chance to be out here. Y'all don't know me, but that's okay.
Do you turn around and look at yourself? It's like, there's giant me.
You can't see yourself when you're on the stage because the
they're almost
screens-
parallel with you,
Yeah,
right?
you can't
Okay.
see yourself. But I love it. It's so fun. Yeah, so we'll be out there. And those are on sale now. So letting you know.
You feel a little like Garth in that moment? When Garth does the stadium shows with the multi-screens?
I should ask for the over-the-ear headset.
Hey, guess what? He bought them all up. I heard this from him.
Well, they have some at my daughter's school.
In an interview.
Well, they got them at every church, too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
The company that made the ones that Garth popularized
that he liked.
is going out of business.
Oh.
Or quit making that particular microphone. And so he has gone around the world, literally, and bought up
Dear Lord.
whatever he could find in the way of excess stuff.
That is so smart. I mean, how many times have you found like a great
did
pair
that
of
with golf
jeans
balls.
or sneakers, and then you go to buy them and they don't make them anymore?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, just buy them
Callaway
all.
golf balls. There were some Callaway women's golf balls that I loved that I played with, and they were not going to make them anymore. And I went everywhere, and I bought every dozen I could find.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. I knew there were difference in clubs, but I didn't realize golf balls were by gender. I thought a golf ball was a golf ball.
No, they're
I am not a
different.
golfer.
Yeah,
So,
no, they're
seriously, like the LPGA uses a different ball than the PGA?
maybe. It depends. It depends on the golfer. You can use whatever you want, but
Really?
like they have different hardnesses. So you can have one that's a really hard one that'll roll further, one that's a more soft ball. You know, it depends.
had no idea.
Oh,
Don't-
yeah.
I mean, if you watch a golf
They're
match,
very
you'll see
specific.
a variety of
Sure.
golf balls.
Sure, I thought that was
commercials
just who they're
for-
paid to
No.
endorse.
No, it's the ones they
about,
like.
Yeah, it's about height and distance.
How
and
far they'll
this, that.
go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Compression, all kinds. Paul would know more than I would.
I
but
just assumed if they paid you $50,000, you'd use Titleist.
I would. And I am
regardless
available.
of what kind you like. Right.
I am here and available, Titleist, if you're watching right now. Okay, so I have to tell you the story. It's so cute. There's a taxi driver. She's driving around, and this young man gets in, and he's talking to her. They're in London. They're just having a whole conversation, and she said, you know, you sound a lot like Harry Styles. And he said, because I am Harry Styles. So she stops and takes a picture with him, and she said,
That is so great.
It's the cutest. She said, picked up this nice young fella on my way home tonight. We got to chatting, and I said, you really sound like Harry Styles. And he said, that's because I'm Harry Styles. He was such a friendly young chap. Can you imagine if she has kids at home and she drove home and said, guess who I met tonight? He was a friendly young chap. He was lovely.
There you go. Mom, what did you do at work today?
Does he always have the mustache?
No, I think that's kind of more recent.
That's what I thought, because he
Yeah.
almost has like a channeling Ted Lasso a little bit
bit.
with the ball cap
Which
and
is
everything.
back for another
I know. I'm so.
season.
It
He's
is,
coaching
isn't it?
women this time.
I'm
so excited.
So excited
Yes.
about Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
You've got to watch Ted Lasso.
It's
Bill.
the best, especially since you
So
love
good.
soccer.
You would love it. You would love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Old Dominion has new music. Bar's still not open. This is day 732. We should have a little tick where we just like scratch it down that it's Odie's is
Is
still
that your
not
member
open.
FDIC when it comes to Old Dominion?
Yes.
Bar's still not open.
open. There's merch that's available, and I know they're doing a flyaway to come to the opening, so it's got to be somewhere close. We're hoping by CMA Fest, which is June. But they do have new music that is on the way, so get ready for that. They said new music, hashtag new music, hashtag Odie's, hashtag coming soon. Now, what's soon? I don't know, but we are excited.
Soon is a relative term.
Really is.
We are very excited about that. And congratulations, Post Malone, who has a new pet. I think it's a pet. He apparently has fallen in love with horses, and he said he really wanted a horse. And so he got himself a horse. This one came from Page Horses out of Amarillo, Texas.
That's the home of the Quarter Horse Association.
Is it?
Amarillo, yeah.
Oh, so this is a ranch horse, so more like a working horse. But the one that he got is a beautiful gray, and he has named him Ashtray.
Yeah.
All right now.
Thank you, Too Slim, wherever you are, baby.
Doesn't that look pretty? He's a pretty horse, but I just love the fact that he decided to get himself a horse. And he can hang out with Jelly Roll, and Jelly Roll has his donkey.
I have seen that Super Bowl commercial more in the last month with him and with his white socks and his sandals, and you can't drink the beer till the commercial ends. I've seen it once. I've seen it 50. Yes, I've seen it like 50 times.
So funny. I loved those. Good stuff.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Y'all are down there laughing and singing and drinking and having a party, and poor little Dolly gets left out. 2 doors down, laughing and singing and having a party.
Didn't you say that was a true story? Like they were all in a hotel, and her band was...
It was Howard Johnson's, and she was on a diet, and the band was all eating fried clams.
They were like, they're 2 doors down.
Yeah. Hojo's fried clams.
That sounds like food poisoning waiting to happen.
No. Hojo had it going on with the fried clams, man.
Who is, I'm drawing a blank, Bill. You would know his name for sure. John Conley's longtime guitar player. Not Mickey. Yes, he was the co-writer on that. He was on that tour, and he went back to Dolly's room, and they wrote 2 Doors Down.
That's fun.
And Steve Seckler.
Yeah, Steve Seckler. Yep.
That's fun. Okay. I'm not going to eat any fried clams.
Howard Johnson's fried clams.
Hard
Man, that was
pass.
the childhood staple for me.
Absolutely.
I know you're big on protein.
Yeah.
You like eggs?
Love eggs.
Okay. Yeah, I teased this yesterday and get around to it.
Okay.
A pullet or young chicken begins to lay around 18 to 22 weeks of age.
Okay.
It can take some time to establish a regular cycle of egg laying. Once the cycle is established, most hens will lay 1 egg per day.
Okay.
That's it?
A lot of people think, that's it.
So you got 12 chickens, you got a dozen eggs a day.
How long do you think it takes to create an egg, Charlie, if you were a laying hen? How long would it take you to work one up?
A day. You're laying
Yeah, I
one
would
a
think
day.
every 24 hours, right?
24 to 26 hours.
Right.
Yeah. So it's rare that you get more than one per
Right.
day. It is possible.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need a rooster for a hen to lay eggs?
No.
Correct, unless you want to raise a baby
Unless
chick.
you want chickens. Yeah.
Unless you want kids.
Yeah.
A healthy hen will lay up to 250 eggs in her first full year. Some breeds lay closer to 200 eggs, and others 300 eggs annually.
Man.
And the color of the eggs
Yeah.
is determined by the breed of the chicken. I learned this from granddaughter Lily and her laying hens.
Hannah and Lily, they have some beautiful eggs.
Those blue eggs are
the blue ones are my favorite.
Lily's layers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're
and there's some green ones that work their way in there from time to time.
Those eggs, like the blue and the green and the brown, when it's Easter, I would rather have those than the actual dyed eggs. You know, they're just so pretty.
And the yolks are so vivid.
yeah, like a
they're
orange,
beautiful.
big
Rich.
orange. Beautiful.
Rich.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm hungry. Okay. Garth Brooks, he can afford to buy some eggs.
He
He's probably
can.
the only one because they're so expensive these days. The numbers are in on Garth Brooks's recently wrapped Las Vegas residency, and they're pretty good. Let's just say that. For the entire run from May 2023 until early March 2025. Any guesses?
North of 100 million?
Yeah.
Wow.
150 million?
130. 130.
And this was the Coliseum at Caesars?
$1 million.
With the plus one, right? The residency?
This was the plus one at Caesars, yeah. More than 300,000 tickets were sold, $130 million.
You have to pay taxes on that, Garth.
Not if he's got a good accountant. Oh, he does.
Yeah.
But not all of it.
And he stayed for free.
And he stayed for free.
That's the
See,
best
Bill,
part.
Bill, I have a lot of itemizations at the end of the year.
I've got a shoebox over here full of receipts I would like for my tax person to go through, please. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so now it's Trisha's turn. She's going out on tour, so she's going to add to that big pile of money when she starts out on her own tour. And thank you to Trisha and friends, everybody that came out. Wednesday night, we did the big Band for One at Ryman Auditorium. It was all for Susan G. Komen. $700,000 raised.
And the list included the Opry's Lainey Wilson.
Yes.
Amy Grant was there.
Amy Grant was there.
We were running down that list. Yeah, Kristen Chenoweth has now become your bestie.
She's my best friend. Lauren Elena, also my best friend. We all are 3 best friends, by the way. So just to throw that out there.
Oh my gosh.
I did ask Lauren, she has a dog named Opry. So I said, are you going to name your baby Ryman? And she said, it was actually on the short list for a while. So I don't know. Yeah. It was fun. Okay, so just putting that out there. Let's talk about the special commencement speech that's happening at the University of Maryland. This was my cutest favorite video of the week.
What
for
a
sure.
bright to end the week, really.
So you may have had somebody famous at your own graduation. Mine was Dan Quayle. I'm from Indiana. And yeah, it was after he couldn't spell potato or whatever the word was.
He put an E on the end.
Yeah.
Could you not have gotten Bobby Knight?
I would have. No, it was Dan Quayle, and it was after he had already been vice president. So you get somebody special, you get somebody famous. You were saying, Charlie, famously at University of Miami.
Not for my year, unfortunately, but
like The Rock.
Gloria Estefan,
Yeah.
The Rock, Pat Metheny.
I mean, they pull out all the stops. Okay, University of Maryland graduates, get ready. You're getting a very unique send-off. It's happening from someone who is very green. Take a look.
I guess it's me.
Amphibitarian, friend to all creatures.
Wasn't that great?
Kermit the Frog.
Concerned about the environment. It's such a cute little video. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's on YouTube. It's like 30 seconds. But I just thought that was precious. I don't know exactly how that logistically is happening, but it is happening. So, he's going to impart some wisdom on these students as they head out into the world. Words of wisdom from Kermit the Frog.
Came across this story regarding Reba's birthday today. We're going to close with Grand Ole Opry star and Hall of Famer Reba McEntire. It says 1955, born outside of Kiowa, Oklahoma, like she was in a Conestoga wagon or something.
Covered wagon on the Oregon Trail.
Poor little Jackie didn't even go into town to give birth.
Aww.
Her dad, Clark, famously real-life steer rope and champion cowboy. Happy birthday, Reba.